Hi everyone, it's Linda, and I am going to walk you through my new website page by page. I'm going to try to explain some things along the way. There's been a lot of requests for a tutorial. What I can do in a separate screencastify video that I can share with you would be more of a how-to. This one today is just going to walk you through what I've done and created. So then if you have specific questions on how to do something that you see on mine, I can address them. So here we have my homepage, and I have oriented all of my pages to the left, and that's something in settings that you can choose to either do on the left side of your web page or along the top. So I chose down the left side. If I scroll a little further here, you will see I've divided it into both a parent portal and a scholar portal. So there could be two separate places for people to go. So we'll start by clicking on the parent portal. And I think it takes a minute here to load. So we'll just wait just a second here while it's loading to get in. And this is mainly because I am recording right now. It's actually quicker when we're not recording. So here's the parent portal. And I started off with just kind of all about me. And I used the carousel insert to do multiple photos of myself to kind of just get a glimpse in my life and some things that, are important to me. And just listed some facts about myself. I also have a tab here to email me. So when the parents click on it, it'll bring them directly to my email. Here is a parent survey Google form, and I have requested each parent fill that out, and that will take them straight to the form that will generate all the responses and then put them into Google Forms for me. That is something that I actually received from one of the other inspirational teachers here that are part of the Instagram community. If you go down a little further, these are slides that I've embedded into the website from Google Drive, so that actually if I change them in my Drive, they're also going to automatically change them here. And when you hover over this little button in the right-hand corner, it will take you to the full slide. So this one is what to expect this school year, and I have some information on there. Oops, I went a little too far. And I can scroll through each of the slides. I also have something about homework and behavior policy, Zoom, and workspace. There's also a slide on curriculum. And this is a work in progress because some of these things, I'm not even sure how we're going to work it yet, but I've just kind of started plugging some things in that I know for a fact we'll be doing. On this curriculum page, I talk about both ELA and math and iReady, and I also hyperlinked to a little bit more information about our programs for the parents. And then the last one here is communication. Oops, clicked in the wrong spot. And the communication here, again, notes my email, Class Dojo, leaving me a direct message there, and some tentative virtual office hours. Those will definitely change, but I just wanted to put something on the slide for now. This next one is the collapsible choice that you can insert, which is pretty cool. And I found this GIF here. And by the way, throughout my website, you will see a lot of things from Jiffy.com, and I have that actually installed up here as an extension on my browser toolbar. So here, great information for parents. If they click here, I have hyperlinked several different articles that I think would be helpful to them, and I can add to this as well. And the ones I have here currently all came from commonsensemedia.org, which I absolutely love. A guide to Zooming, how to raise a reader, 9 ways to get teens reading, supporting kids' mental health, suggested book list, learning with technology, Google Classroom. So I think those are all information, great information for parents. So that's what I currently have on the parent portal, and it'll be a growing place, obviously, as I see the need to add more. If I go back to my home button, I'm going to scroll down and go now to the scholar side. And this is where I'm going to suggest that the kids every morning log on to this place. Right away, there is a button to email me if they needed to, but they're going to have daily items here that I want them to do. So the first is a daily check-in. When I click on the daily check-in, it is going to come to this morning check-in. So how is your day starting off? They're going to fill it in. It'll be sent to me in a Google form. Again, this is something that I acquired from another teacher. This can also serve as my attendance. And I think I'm going to ask them right at 8 a.m., everybody log on and do your daily check-in so I can see those coming through, see who's ready. And then maybe we won't start our Zoom until maybe 8:15, 8:30-ish. The second one is today's work. It is not currently, well, it is linked, but it's linked to my new Google Classroom for this school year, but I don't have any kids in there yet, so there's nothing for you to see. But that will be where they will pick up their weekly slide deck that I'm going to be making for every day of the week, and then they will submit all of their work there in Google Classroom. Nothing will be submitted here on the website. The next one is where I'll post our daily Zoom link. And this one I love. This is a daily exit ticket. So just like the morning one, this will be a way for me to have the kids check out with me every day. And again, acquired this from another phenomenal teacher and explain something they learned today. How are you feeling about the lessons? Do you have any questions? And so forth. And so that's a great way for me to check for understanding. I also put a button at the bottom of their page. I'm done, now what? That would be, of course, after all of these are completed. And number 2 is going to be a huge one, of course, because that's where their daily work will be in addition to our live sessions. So the live sessions obviously will be interacting together, but their actual independent work will be there. So I will come back to this one when I go along my list here on the side. So I'm going to go back, and so we've seen on the homepage that was both parent and scholar. I'm going to take you next to the virtual library. I'm thinking of renaming this one, so I'm already kind of changing some ideas. I started off with having a virtual library, but I think I might title this one All Things Reading, and you'll see why in a minute. So if you scroll down, this is so incredible because this is a virtual bookshelf here. And what I did is I found just some book titles quickly that either I liked or knew that I typically would read in 6th grade. And I just Google searched an image of the book, and then I hyperlinked each one to an audiobook, the audiobook for that selection. So I think that's going to be just so fun for the kids to do. And then if you scroll down, they are going to have a digital reading log. Again, I've purchased this from a teacher. This is just a screenshot of it. This will actually be in their Google Classroom, but it's reminding them about their daily minute totals. And just like was over in the parent portal, these are all reading resources, and grammar links for kids. And so this is expandable. It's one of the collapsible choices. And here is where I pulled some of my resources that I had in Google Classroom from last year as their resource hub on Google Classroom. Now I've put them over here. So at a touch, they have all these grammar concepts from analogies to hyperbole, prepositions, and so forth. So that will be a growing place as well as I see things that I think they will need or resources, I'm going to add them there. Now, these are just basically screenshots. I'm not sure exactly if I'm going to link these yet to maybe a physical copy in their Google Classroom. I think I will this one, because I'm going to use this document as something that they'll hand in to me for their reading comprehension. But for right now, just as a placeholder, I put them there for me to kind of remind myself to come back to them. And here's some more information about questions to ask yourself while you're reading and some comprehension strategies. This page will be growing. My mind is already spinning on how many things that I can include on this page that has to do with reading. Okay, the next one is calendar. And this is really a cool feature on here. It's actually part of the template when you create a Google Google site, that it will automatically link it to your Google Classroom calendar. And of course, I don't have anything in there yet for this class, but I like this idea because it's going to populate all the assignments that they're going to have. And that way parents can kind of come over to the calendar and check in with their kids as to what's due. The next one is assignments. I have a separate page on assignments. And I'm kind of thinking this one through right now, but this will be linked to their Google Classroom. And I mentioned that I'm going to be creating a slide deck for each week. I did that when we first went on distance learning, and it was really effective. So this will link them straight to their Google Classroom. And then I'm going to generate those slide decks as week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do here, but I think what I'm going to do is screenshot the agenda that's in Google Classroom and post next to each week's tab. Again, kids can come here and quickly see what their agenda is going to be. Parents can see what the agenda is looking like, and might link that. Maybe this is where I'll link it back to those specific slide decks for the week. Again, I'm kind of thinking that one through, but I do want a separate place for assignments. And then I created a sub button for each of the weeks. And of course, this will grow as we go past week 5. Okay, the next one is a link to Class Dojo. And so whenever you're linking to an outside website, it does delay a little bit. And sometimes it'll even ask you if you are sure you want to go to that place. Here's my dojo. I don't have my new kids in there yet, but parents will be able to just click and go straight there. I also have a classroom Instagram page, and this will take the parents and families to our Scholars for Hope, Helping Others Promises Excellence page. That is a classroom service learning project that I started, maybe 10, 12 years ago. And the name is stuck and it has followed with us. And we do some really great things every year with service learning, but it also serves as our classroom Instagram page. Next, this is amazing work, which this one is going to be really, really fun as we start to generate some work as a class this year. I can use this as a digital bulletin board. This is Google Slides. So when I click here, it will take me to several of the bulletin board pieces so that I can add work from each child on here. So I really look forward to how that's going to look as we start doing some work that I can post up, and great for parents to see too, especially in this time when we're not face-to-face and we're not in the classroom. So I look forward to watching this page grow. All right, 2 more. This one is really, I think, just like the meat and potatoes of the website. What now? I'm done. And this is just full of enrichment activities, websites, places for them to go. And this is going to be growing as I think of more things. But I just think kids need constant stimulation, and this will give them an opportunity to go and have something to do. There is absolutely no excuse. I tried to find something for kind of every genre, every area. This music theory one is really, really cool. I kind of found that as I was searching. And so a little bit of everything. I love this idea about them filming a book talk in Flipgrid. So this will grow. and just kind of a one-stop shopping too for to keep them busy and for them to have some enrichment activities. And then the last one I have for now is called Links, Codes, and Info. Oh my. This will be a place where I'll keep all the codes. So they're not all here yet, obviously, because I haven't generated them, but one kind of stop shopping for class codes, logging into their Clever. And because they'll be going through Clever, they won't need the codes per se. But there's always that time where maybe they're at a different house or a relative and they're on somebody else's computer and they just want to get quick access to something and maybe not necessarily go through Clever. So I'm going to kind of think about how to best house all their class codes. So that is my website so far. I look forward to making it be a place where kids can just kind of come and find anything they need. And I love how it can change and grow and be a place where we can showcase work too. So thank you for listening. And I look forward to doing a tutorial on how to create step by step. Have a great day.